So, good evening and welcome. I feel like a newsreader. So, how is everybody? I thought I'd come on and do a live. Actually, what I do need to do is, hey, Indigo Faye, how are you? Let me just get this up on my phone so I can see who's in, because otherwise it's a bit of a lapse, to be honest. There's a bit of lag going on. There you go. Here we are. So, listen, I have to say that tonight I'm only doing love readings by donation. Messages from Spirit, free, but love readings not. And drink my water. Peach, my little angel. I'd like to introduce Peach because she's so special. She's such a warm-hearted, beautiful, lovely individual. I have such a big heart for you, Peach. I can't even tell you. I just love you. That's all I can say. So I'm going to be doing messages from Spirit tonight. I'm not doing love readings specifically. Well, I will do, but only by donation. And my PayPal link, if you want a love reading, is in the bottom on the ticker. Peach, if you're happy and if you're going to be around for a while, I would love if you would moderate for me. I don't suppose I'm going to be that busy on account of the fact that I'm charging for love readings and people don't like to pay. Of course you can, Faye. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Thank you, my darling. Eternally grateful. And I still owe you a reading. A good, in-depth reading. You need to email me, Peach. You've got my email. Okay. So, Faye, are you feeling as though there is an element of competition within your life at the moment? When I'm talking about competition, I'm feeling like you feel like you are fighting for your position, for your place almost, within a certain situation. I don't know if it's you're trying to get your voice heard. I don't know if it's relating to competition with another person at this point. Maybe it will come. However, there is a message from Spirit for you, Faye, that you need to leave something behind. There is something emotionally that is holding you back from being the best person you can be. It's really holding you back, and there's a very strong message from Spirit that you need to let it go. I suspect that you know what that is instinctively. I think that you know, but you need to release it. You need to let it go, because otherwise you cannot move on and be the person that you want to be. Right, so I'm basing this on this card. That's your competition. This is leaving things behind. You need to leave something behind that's holding you back emotionally. And you need to see things from a higher perspective. This means that you need to take a step back from this situation right now, okay? You need to take a step back. You need to spread your wings and you need to fly. You have everything that you need within yourself. You don't need to be in the situation that you're in. Get rid, spread your wings, fly, and see things from a different perspective. That's the message from Spirit for you. So I hope that helps in some way. Thank you. It's not always what you want to hear, but that's what Spirit is saying to you. Hi, Laura. If you are looking for a free reading, please like my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Tonight, if it's a love reading you're after, then it's by donation only, and the link is on the ticker along the bottom. Sometimes you've got to bite that bullet, Faye. As uncomfortable as it is, you've got to bite that bullet. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, you know. Some people, you can go and get a tarot reading from people and they will tell you exactly what you want to hear. I am not that person. I will tell you exactly what Spirit is telling me through the cards, through mediumship. You're not going to get half measures. I'll tell you how it is. So apologies in advance. Okay, can I ask if you liked and subscribed, Laura? Thank you, Peach. What's coming for you in the future? Okay, let's see. Haha, Peach, I love you. I literally do. Okay, so now I said I wasn't doing love readings per se, okay, and I'm not. But if the cards say there's love, then who am I to argue with it? Okay, so immediately you have the Lovers card, Laura. Now, the Lovers card doesn't necessarily mean love. It can mean partnership. It can mean communication. The Lovers card also is the Gemini card in the deck. Okay, so it can symbolize a Gemini. I think you also have the Judgment card. Right, there's your Lovers. Aren't they beautiful? You have the Judgment card. Now, Judgment, Laura, is all about new beginnings, a rebirth. There's a new start coming for you, Laura, but in order for this new start to be proactive and productive, there is something that you need to look at within yourself, and it's something that is causing you anxiety, a bit of mental torture, if you like. Now, this is not something that you can't overcome. In fact, it's something that only you can overcome, and you need to work on yourself. There's some kind of anxiety that's tormenting you mentally with your thought processes, and you need to release that, because it looks like you've got a new beginning coming for you with regards to relationships and certainly partnerships. So look deep. That's the message from Spirit for you. Get rid of that anxiety, work on the anxiety. And thank you for your question. Thank you, Peach. Pleasure, my darling. Thanks for the support, Laura. And if you've subscribed, you'll find out when I go live. And I do love readings, but just today they're by donation only, okay? And just let you know, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing some past life readings. Yeah, so past life readings can be really quite interesting, and I'm going to be running into that for sure. And if anybody has any suggestions about any kinds of readings that they'd like me to do, or anything you'd like me to talk about, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm also I'm quite old, but probably 10, 15 years ago, I was working on spellcraft as well. And I'm being called back towards doing spells as well. So obviously that is a paid situation. But if you're interested, you can find the link in my bio to the website. You can email me and I can, talk through that with you. Beautiful. Peach, my darling, would you like a reading? I'm going to see what Spirit's got to say to you, Peach. Ha. Oh. Okay, I've got a couple of cards for you. Wow. Okay, listen, just bear with me 2 seconds, Peach, because I've got another screen open and there's somebody I'm really worried about, and they've just sent me a message. So just bear with me. Okay, that's fine. So, Peach, you've got the 7 of Wands. So you'll see she is chill. I mean, she's proper chill. This girl is connecting. She's connecting with her dreams and her motivation and her desires, okay? She is chill. And this is a message from Spirit for you to connect, to listen to what Spirit is saying to you, because this card is telling you there are messages for you. The other card that you've got is the World. Now, this is a completion card. This is a cycle of life. You're in a cycle of life right now where you've been through negatives, you've been through life lessons, and everything is coming back for you now. This is a really, really beautiful and positive card. And the final card I got for you was the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is known to be the Cancer card. So when I say Cancer, I'm talking about the star sign Cancer. So all about emotions, spirituality, intuition. But it can also mean choices to be made. Now, these are positive choices, but whatever choice you make, you need to make with your intuition rather than your logic. If it feels right, you need to go with it, because these choices that you make are going to be with you for quite some time. It also symbolizes, especially the fact that you've got 2 major arcanas here, it also symbolizes for you, Peach, that things are going to move quite quickly. There's nothing negative here, but you are in a transition. There's a new beginning and the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So eyes up, my darling, eyes up. Things are looking good. Thank you. Right, any more for any more? Would anybody else like a question? What's going on here? Actually, Peach, I'm not done with you. Wait, there's more. Okay, unsurprisingly, immediately. Shield Maiden, Peach. I don't know if you know the history of the Shield Maiden. The Shield Maiden is traditionally Viking, so Norse, Danish, Norwegian, anyway, regardless. The Shield Maiden, you're thinking hundreds of years ago, when women were seen as not equal within society. This was, probably after Christianity took over. But the Viking tradition goes back thousands of years. And back then, women were equal to men. They were seen as equal. They fought alongside men with the same respect. And that's shield maidens. And this card specifically is telling you to make your plans and to focus on them. This is a really good time for you to focus on your plans. The energy of the Shield Maiden, you are as good as anybody else, and that's the message for you. The other one I got for you, funnily enough, was the Seer. And this is telling you to see beyond your current situation. Just because things don't look maybe how you'd expect them to look doesn't mean that they're not working for you. That works really well with the World card that you had, because the universe is working for you, and that's just extra confirmation. Just because you can't see it, just because it doesn't feel like it right now this second, doesn't mean it's not happening. The universe is working for you and not against you. And what you put out there, it's the law of attraction. If you're negative and you put out negative thoughts, what's the universe going to work with? You need to put out positive, because that's what you're going to get back. So I hope that helps you, Peach, my darling. What are you saying to me, people? Okay. Interesting. So again, I've got to on this platform, I've got to try and sell myself. So please check out my website, www.katestarotguidance.com. I do various readings. I do spells. I also will do blogs. So if you've got any suggestions for any blogs, anything you'd like to know more about or like me to write about, I'm more than happy to do that. You can follow me on Instagram, Kate's Tarot Guidance. I have a page on Facebook, Kate's Tarot Guidance. Please do connect with me. There's always something for us to learn from each other as well. Thank you. Thanks, Peach. Thank you for your support and your loyalty. It means so much to me. It really, really does. I can't tell you. And listen, right, Peach, when I'm a gazillionaire, it'll be worth your while. The thing is that I know that if I were a gazillionaire or billionaire or millionaire, whatever, that I would literally spend all of my money on helping people, because that's what I was put on this planet to do. There's so much injustice in this world, and injustice really grips my shit. Anyway, enough waffling. Anybody got any questions? If not, it's very quiet tonight, right? Last night I had something like 25 people. What do you mean? Oh, so Q&A. Okay, because I'm not technically minded, Peach. I'm not sure how I'd set that, or like set up a forum on my website or something. I could do a forum maybe, so that people can, yeah, maybe. I haven't got that much of a following yet, really, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. I'm getting out there. Don't forget, I'm working full time as well, so I'm a little bit limited. What my dream is to be able to do this full time. That is my dream. But we shall see. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is like do a live question Q&A session. Ah, that is a genius idea, Peach. Just out of interest, would you be interested in doing a live with me, Peach? Oh, look, the magician. Manifest, believe, manifest. You have the power, you have the will, you have the talent. Manifest. Do you know, it's really weird because this month, I am doing a 30-day manifestation meditation. So every night for 20-25 minutes, I am meditating to manifest one specific thing by the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is what you put out there comes back to you. So I'm doing this for 30 days straight, every day without fail. It's got to be worth a try, right? I'm a firm believer in meditation and manifestation. Do you know what? You say what you like. You know, we're just chatting. You can chat about spiritual things. You can chat about things that are bothering you. We can just sit and put the world to rights if you like. You know, it's. I'll tell you the other thing I'm thinking about is doing a podcast, setting up a podcast somehow, and getting. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I don't know enough about it, but I'm feeling like it's something I need to look into. Is doing a podcast, and people can send in their questions and we can talk about things, that sort of thing, you know. There's so many avenues that I feel are right. So yeah. Judgment again, new beginning, rebirth. There's a rebirth coming. There's a rebirth coming for you. I mean, you need to have a little bit of faith, in yourself. I don't know how that works though, Peach. I don't know how to do that. Like I say, I'm not technical. I'm not particularly technically minded, you know. What do you mean? Like I'm going to do a small reading and then no, I don't understand. Listen, people should pay if they want a decent reading, you know. I mean, what people are getting is a very small condensed reading in this situation. If they want to pay for it, I can go deep. I can contact spirit. I can do spells, you know. I mean, that's what I do. But people have to be prepared to pay for it, you know. I got some new cards today, didn't I? I got some new cards. Can't use them yet. I've got to sleep. I've got to sleep with my cards. No, because haven't you? You've got to be able to have some kind of platform or live. I think that involves a little bit of money, you know. Yeah. I mean, potentially in the future, should things take off, maybe. But yeah, I tell you what, I am thinking about doing though, Peach, is a webinar. I'm thinking about setting up a webinar on learning the tarot. And talking about each tarot card for people that want to learn. And I would charge like a $5 for the session. I'm thinking about that. What do you think about that one? Yeah, but you see, that this is what I struggle with, Peach, is that I don't understand how to get people in, because people want free. People don't want to pay. So as soon as you put free tarot, yeah, I'll take some of that, but I don't really want to pay for it. And there's free tarot all over the internet, and that's great, but it's all about quality over quantity, you know. Oh, I thought I went down to 163. Short videos, yeah, short videos, but what, readings or just chatting shit like I do? I mean, I can chat shit all day. Yeah, I know. I think my frustration lies in the fact there's so many things that I want to do. There's so many people that I want to help. You know, there's somebody that in the spirit, not in the spiritual one, not a spirit in the real world, but it's very, very spiritual. He's really suffering at the moment. And I just want to be able to help them get out of the horrible situation that they're in. And I can't do that without funds, you know? So that is my motivation. Hello, Aquileo. Hello. Obviously, my dream is to give up working for capitalistic bastards and work for myself. But ultimately, I want to be able to be comfortable and to be able to help other people. Like I say, there are so many people that just pull on my heartstrings so badly, and there's nothing I can do. And that really, again, grips my shit. What do you mean pick something, my darling? What do you mean? Affirmation a day? What, like the meditation channels? But don't you need certain software for that? And no, who wants to see my face? I mean, genuinely. I don't know. I've just got to keep being me, I think, and eventually maybe something will happen. I can't be anything but me with lipstick. Obviously, I need my lippy. Anyway, does anybody have a question? Oh, what do you mean, like pile 1, 2, 3, 4, that sort of thing? Yeah, I can do that. I could do that. Well, it depends, Peach, because I was taught by somebody years ago who was a psychic, a medium, a tarot reader. She did all sorts. You should never undervalue your skills, and that there are too many people that charge so little for a reading, but you should charge what you're worth. So I'm a little bit conflicted, because I think a really deep, in-depth reading should cost a little bit, but I also want to draw people in. So I don't know. I mean, I've got my website. I've got prices on my website. Anything else is, you know, a bonus really. I've had a couple of inquiries through my website, which have been quite good, but not enough, you know. It is what it is. Oh God, yeah, but messages from your person. This is another thing that annoys me, is people that come in and say, what does such and such think about me? What does blah, blah think about me? Blah, blah, blah. My instinct is ask them. Don't ask me, ask them. You know, ask them. I just find it so superficial. I don't know what you mean, Aquilio. I am a queen. Bev told me I was the Queen of Swords today. I'm just saying. Patricia. Oh, the beautiful Patricia. I'm just so fed up with the superficial questions. People should be trying to better themselves, not worrying about what blah blah thinks of them, or care about yourself and your own spiritual well-being and the best person you can be. Oh, I'm such a gobshite. Sorry. You are the Queen of Swords too, Patricia. Yes, you are. Bev is the Queen of Wands for me. It's funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny how we see people? I see people by tarot cards. Patricia is also the Queen of Swords. I wouldn't have called myself the Queen of Swords, but that's how people see me, so fair play. Aditi, hello and welcome. Yes, you can. Could I ask you to please like the video and subscribe to my channel? And if it's a love reading, you're going to need to donate. If it's a message from Spirit, I'm all about that tonight. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I'm going to make a start. Actually, I'm not going to make a start. I need more. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm not done. I've got quite the message for you. Actually. But bear with me because I need more information. So I don't know if you've lately been through a life-changing experience. And when I say a life-changing experience, I mean something that has devastated you to the core. Okay. This is something that has come or is coming like a bolt out of the blue. It's going to come in, or it's come in and it's hit you and it's taken your legs out from underneath you. It's been a real shock to the system. And this is in the Tower card. And the reason I'm being so strong with this is because you also have the Nine of Swords. Okay, now this is a desperation card, a card of absolute mental anxiety and trauma and depression. And again, just to top it off, you have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. It's like there's something that has come in and just knocked the wind right out of your sails, and has left you feeling desolate. Okay, so there is light at the end of this tunnel, all right, because you have the Hanged Man. Okay, now this in this situation represents a period of just suspension, just resting there, and just trying to recuperate and take on board everything that's happened, and to try and compute what's happened and how that's going to affect you in the long run. It's a situation of needing to hang there in suspension, and needing to hang there in suspension for your own mental, physical, spiritual well-being. Sometimes that's absolutely necessary when you've been through a trauma. Okay, so remember that. But the other messages you've got is that if you're fearful, you've got the Hunter card. If you're fearful, you need to become the hunter. You need to not let anxiety and fear take over you. You need to hunt out that anxiety and fear and deal with it. It's your mission. In order to overcome any stresses, anxieties, and pain, you need to hunt it out. You need to actively be proactive and find it and hunt it. You also have the High Priestess power, which is extremely powerful, and telling you that you need to listen to your intuition. You have the power with you to harness what you need to get through this. Everything that's going to come at you, or everything that has come at you in the past that has traumatized you or will traumatize you, doesn't come at you for no reason. There is a reason for everything, and everything for a reason. And you have everything at your disposal, no matter how you feel about it, to deal with it. You can cope with it, you can deal with it, and you will deal with it. And you will come out the other side bigger, better, and brighter. And I know that's not probably what you wanted to hear, but that's what the cards are saying. So I hope that helps. Thank you for your question, Aditi. Thank you, my darling. So, 20 new subs by the end of the month. Yeah, let's do that. That's 2 weeks, right? How do we do that? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Patricia, message from Spirit. Okay. Thanks, Aditi, for your question. Thanks for your support. So, Patricia, you know how I see you as the Queen of Swords? I've just had the Page of Swords come up for you. And this is relating to your sharp mind and your quick thinking. And it's also a message for you to connect with your inner child. If you have some some ideas, some thoughts that you're dismissing as being a bit childish, it's not really real. If you're having that sort of thought, don't dismiss them. This sort of thought actually needs to be listened to right now for you. That's what Spirit's saying to you. Also, there is the energy there's a male energy around you or coming your way. In the King of Pentacles, he's more mature, he's earthy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He knows what he wants, he likes his home comforts, very stable. You may need to make a choice, a decision, okay? And this decision is actually going to be based on logic rather than emotion and intuition, all right? There's also a period coming for you of collaboration, of friendship, reconnecting with some friends. You need to reconnect with some friends at this point. And the final card that you've got is the Sun, which is happiness, joy, and success. Now, I always see happiness around you, Patricia. I always feel happiness and positivity. There are a few blocks that you need to get through, but you need to listen to your childish thoughts at the moment. Listen to your childish thoughts. Maybe they're not all that childish after all. Okay, and that's the message from Spirit for you. Thank you, my darling. But what? Is your thought process getting in the way? Right, girls and boys, I need to pop out of the room for a moment. Do you mind if I just mute myself and I'll be back in 2 minutes? Can you chat amongst yourself? No, you're not that happy. And there's a reason you're not that happy, Patricia. You need to do some work. You need to actually listen to what I'm saying to you. Don't just say yes, yes, yes. Do the work. Do the work. I can help you. You need to be a little deeper than you're going at the moment. Don't be scared. You're feeling fear about what you're going to find. It's never comfortable, but it's necessary. And I will be right back, okay? Hello. Hello. Sorry about that, people. Patricia, listen. I cannot possibly offer services for free that run that deep, but I can help you. You would have to pay for it. But I can do an in-depth reading. I can do it by Zoom. I can do it by email. I can do it in a PDF document. I can do a really, really deep reading with guidance and everything. But I can't do it for nothing. I can't, I have to get something. But anyway, think about it. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't, don't. I'm not a hard sell kind of person, but I do believe that I can help you. By the way, do you like my earrings, people? Oh, yeah. So, can I tell you about something that happened to me in my meditation night before last? I don't know who's here still. I don't know if I'm just waffling, but I'm going to tell you. So, I did a meditation night before last, as I always do. And it was a spiritual meditation as opposed to a sleep meditation. And about 10 minutes in, eyes closed, obviously, and I turned my head with my eyes closed to my right, and as clear as the nose on my face, there was an elderly lady sitting in an armchair. There is no armchair next to my bed, by the way. Sitting in an armchair, an elderly lady. She was quite large, and I had the impression she was quite short, and she was wearing a headscarf, a white headscarf, and what looked like a national costume, and it was red. And she was quite stern looking, but she was looking at me. And straight away I was shocked. I wasn't scared at all. I was shocked, and I opened my eyes. Obviously she wasn't there, so I closed my eyes and she was gone. But it's really been bothering me, and I felt like it's an ancestral thing. It's like a guide. There's somebody around me. So I went to see my 92-year-old grandmother today, and I said to her, Granny, this is what's happened to me. She went, oh my God. She said, that's my grandmother. She said, my granny's grandmother. She said, she was Maltese. She said, it sounds like she's wearing the national dress, and she was a very stern, she was a matriarch, strong woman. And I just felt like, oh my God, my great grandmother is one of my guides, and she was here and she was telling me, and I'm so chuffed about that. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. It was amazing. Yes, Paige. It is channeling. And when I was a child, my mother, who I'm not close with, my grandmother brought me up, but my mother was a medium. She was a very, very, very successful medium. She was in the London School of Psychic Studies, and she used to channel, but channel so much that her physical appearance would change and her voice would change. She would become a man. And I can remember seeing this as a child and being really freaked out by it. And basically, consequently, I shut myself down. And it's only been probably in the last 10 to 15 years, I've slowly been coming back to it. And very recently, I've been getting a lot of messages. So yeah, it's a thing. I'm doing channeled readings more and more these days. More and more, it's not so much tarot, it's messages. And yeah, it's more channeled these days. But I'm still growing in that area, you know. Hi Zainab. You can. Have you liked the video? I know that you already subscribe, and it's not going to be a love reading unless you're prepared to pay for it. Hi Sophie, you can. My little angel child, but you'll have to wait. What's your question, Zainab? Best daughter. Oh, by the way, I'd just like to introduce one of my daughters, Sophie Hardiman. This is one of my daughters. She's not my best daughter. I don't have a best daughter. What I do have is a mini me, and this is my mini me. Although she's got more attitude than I ever had. And she's a Taurus, so she's more stubborn. Apparently the attitude disappeared. Amazing, miracles do happen. Zainab, I guess that was a love question that you don't want to pay for. That's fine. Sophie, you want a general reading? Okay. Okay. Sophie, you are my daughter. I'm going to read for you. I'm going to tell you what the cards say, but because you're my daughter, it gets personal for me. So I'm just warning you in advance, okay? I'm just saying. Okay. Here we go. So the first card you've got is the Star. Now the Star is essentially, it's an Aquarius card. It's all about renewal and faith and hope. So there's a lot of hope within your life and the energies surrounding you at the moment. Now you also have the Five of Wands. Now this relates to your passions and your dreams and what's motivating you. Now I know what that is, but this particular card is a card of competition, and it can be a warning to you. It can be warning you that there may be competition. It can be warning you that the fear of competition is what's holding you back, okay? You also have the King of Swords. Now, this is a male influence within your life. Swords is an air sign, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, I know for a fact that your father is an Aquarian. I'm just saying. However, it may not be your father, but this is an influence over your life that has influenced your life's path, if you like. You also have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is an anxiety, something that is mentally holding you back. This is something that only you have control of. It's not an external influence, it's internal. Only you have control of it. Only you can release the shackles, the blindfold, okay, and the rope. Only you can do that, but you have to want to do it. You need to release yourself and free yourself, because if you do, my darling, you have the Ace of Wands, and this is again a new beginning relating to your passions, your dreams, and your motivations. It's a gift, and it's a gift that when it comes along, you can't let it go by. You have to grab it and you have to keep hold of it. So you have some work to do, and if you want to beat this inner demon of yours, this anxiety that's holding you back and telling you that you're not good enough and that you need to be better and that you need to be the most beautiful and the most everything, you need to work on yourself, because everything is out there for you and you can take it. You can take it. You're the bull. Grab the bull by the horns. That's what they say. That's what you need to do, Sophie. Do it. And that is my final word. Jacob. Well, hello, sir. Fancy seeing you here. And yes, you can. Let's see what Spirit says to you. Sophie, it's no good thanking me if you don't take what I say on board. Take it on board. I'm not pulling the information out of my arse. I'm just saying. Huh. Interesting. Jacob. Wait. There's a lot to be said to you, apparently. There's a lot to be said to you. Bear with. And strap yourself down. Right. So, are you ready for this, Jacob? There is an element here. You've got the Hanged Man. Now this, I don't know if you can see, the Hanged Man is in suspension, but it's almost a voluntary suspension, okay? Nobody's forcing that person to be hanging there. It's a voluntary suspension. It's almost like a procrastination. It's like, this is comfortable, I'm going to stay here. I don't want to move forward because I don't want to deal with anything uncomfortable, okay? There may be an element of the need to sacrifice something. You may need to sacrifice something within your life that isn't actually doing you very well, okay? With this card, there is the need for you to reflect internally. And the reason I say that is because your next card is the Four of Swords. Okay, now the Four of Swords, I call this the hibernation card. If you suffer from anxiety or overactive thought processes, or your mind is torturing yourself, you need to retreat. She's hibernating. She's taking some well-needed mental rest. And this is what Spirit is telling you to do. You need to, if there's something historically that torments you a little bit, that winds you up, that you aren't quite over yet, you need to actually do some self-care and work on that. You have the Knight here, and it's the Knight of Swords again, and this is relating to the mentality and thought processes, and it is a nod to the fact that you're pretty intelligent, you're quick thinking, you're sharp, and you're driven and motivated. But it's also a warning that in your need to get where you want to go, you need to be careful not to move too quickly, not to tread on other people's toes. Okay, be careful when you have a goal in mind, that you are not tunnel vision, that you are not just, I'm out, I'm going to get that no matter what it costs. That's a warning not to be that person. The person that you need to be is this person, the King of Cups. And this is an energy that you need to work on, and it's emotional stability. It's trusting in your intuition. The King of Cups is in tune with his emotions. He's in control of his emotions. He's completely balanced. This is an area that you, Spirit is saying, you need to work on. You need to balance yourself emotionally and spiritually. I get the impression, Jacob, that you are actually extremely psychic. I feel that your intuition is very rarely wrong, but you need to tune it. And in order to tune it, you need to work on your inner demons as well. We all have them. You know, you're not special. Don't think you are. But you need to work on them in order to be the best person that you can be. So I hope that that makes some sense to you, Jacob. Thank you for your question. Any more for any more? These cards, though. Is Ellie here? Soph? No, I'm not doing a love reading. Love readings are chargeable this evening, I'm afraid. And I am not breaking that rule. Love readings are chargeable tonight. Sorry. If you want a love reading, it does say it. If you want a love reading, it's by donation only. Why does nobody want to pay for a reading? Come on. Life reading. I can do a life reading. Let's see. Wow. Apparently there's a lot to say to you too. I'm not quite sure what it is yet. Hello, Luna, my absolute darling girl. Little angel. Okay. Right, Ellie, you have a choice you have to make. Okay. There's a choice. You've got the Chariot card. Okay. Now this can mean various things, but with the spread that I've got in front of me, this relates to a choice. It's a choice that you need to make with your intuition, with your emotions. Sometimes you have to use logic. This is a deep-seated gut feeling choice. Now, you may not be aware of this choice that you have to make, or this decision that you have to make, but it's coming, okay? Maybe you do know this choice that you have to make. Either way, there's something that you need to say goodbye to, and it's something that's been causing you anguish mentally, trauma, mentally, anxiety, okay? But it's imperative that this choice that you make based on your intuition is for your mental health and your well-being. You're going to need to say goodbye to something or someone or a situation. It has to go because it's causing you anxiety. You have the power within you to free yourself, okay? There's also an energy of, there's an earthiness going on here. So there's a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn within your life. Now, this person is actually a positive influence on you. They are in control, they're grounded, they are, what's the word I'm thinking about here? Reliable. They're reliable. And I think you need to use them for advice. I just need something else here. There's more to come with you. It's definitely a decision that you have to make, and you need to lose something that's holding you back, that's causing you anxiety. It's a must. Okay. There's a new beginning coming for you, but you need to do some work. There's a new beginning. It's positive. You need to take a leap of faith. All right, I'm going to show you the cards. This is the Chariot. It's choices. It's emotional choices. And it's a card that means you might need to make a decision quickly. Okay. The Six of Swords. You're leaving behind. You need to leave behind, move away from something that is causing you anxiety. This is another card of anxiety. And this is telling you that you actually can take the blindfold off. You have the power and you need to do so. This is the energy of the earthy person, somebody in control, somebody grounded, and you may need their advice and their guidance. And this is your leap of faith and your new beginning. Do it with a childlike innocence. Trust that the universe has actually got your back. Okay, the universe has got your back. Free yourself. That's the message from Spirit for you, Ellie. Thanks for the question. Stella, thanks for the question. I'm not doing love readings today, unless you want to pay for them. Any more for any more? Luna, of course you can. For you, anything. Thank you. Have you recognised what it is yet? Can you tell what it is yet? Do you know what it is yet? It's the Triple Goddess. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is Celtic, but it's the Triple Goddess sign. So the three different facets of the goddess. I think it's Celtic. This is the Triple Goddess. So the three different facets. So you've got the maiden. You've got, oh my God, I've gone completely blank. You've got the crone. It's an acknowledgement of the different facets of the goddess and the powers. Okay, so Luna. This is a Greek necklace, obviously. My granny gave it to me, and it's the Greek key. Everywhere you look in the Mediterranean, you will see this design from thousands of years ago. So you have the Four of Cups, which suggests to me that there is an element of frustration here, almost boredom emotionally, maybe within a relationship, like things are not happening. You may have received a couple of offers emotionally, romantically, but none of them are really doing it for you. You know, there's nothing that is igniting your passion at the moment. If you're already in a relationship, then there may be an element of boredom there. Okay. Wait. Oh, hello. Okay. So, and the reason I say that is the Four of Cups, Luna. Looking for inspiration, a little bit bored, demotivated emotionally. You also have the Strength card in reverse. Now, normally when this card comes up, I would say, you know, you need to be strong and you need to be patient and you need to be gentle. Actually, now is the time for you not to be strong, not to pretend that you're strong, but to show some vulnerability. It's in reverse. You need to show a little bit of vulnerability. Stop trying to be strong right now. Stop holding everything together. Show a little bit of weakness and a little bit of vulnerability. You may be surprised at the outcome. You also have the Star. And this is the Aquarius card. This is telling you that there's hope there. There is, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's healing. Okay, there's healing available to you right now. You need to have faith. You need to have faith in what the universe has in store for you. You need to lower your barriers, lower your walls a little bit, because when you build your walls up too high, as much as nothing goes out, you can't let anything in either. You need to lower your boundaries a little bit, still be on guard, still protect yourself, but you need to open yourself up a little bit more. I hope that makes sense to you. That's what Spirit's saying. Okay. You may find that there may be some offers coming in. Just lower your walls. You know, what's that phrase? You are not an island. And you don't have to be strong all of the time. Do not be afraid to show your vulnerability, Luna. I don't know what the hell's happened to these cards in the last couple of shuffles, but they are literally all over the place. Wow. There is some chaos going on here. Okay. Absolute pleasure, Luna. I love you. Yeah, that's the problem. Everybody wants something for free, Dream Queen. And energies cost. I can do you a general reading, no problem. But if you want a love reading, you're going to have to pay for it. It's quality over quantity, my dear. A general. Okay, let's see. That's fine. Donation is donation, you know. But let's see what messages you have. Okay, interesting. I've got an energy here, Dream Queen. I love that name, by the way. I have an energy of air. So potentially a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius. May not be. It may just be the energy. And that energy is of the mind. And it's a lot of thoughts, sharp mind, you know. But actually, this person is in control of their thought processes. You know, they're almost premeditated. You know, they know exactly what they're doing. They've got a plan, and they're not going to be swayed. That's the impression I'm getting from this card. I've also, strangely enough, got another Swords card for you. Okay, and this is the Four of Swords. Now, this is the card I call, it's come up already tonight, the Hibernation card. And this is a card that is actually advising you that you need to withdraw. You need to withdraw from certain thought processes that may be damaging to you, whether you recognize it or not at this stage, but you need to withdraw, you need to hibernate. It's almost like the Hermit. But the Hermit is always telling you to look inside and to work on yourself. No. The Four of Swords is telling you to rest. You need to take a break from this situation, without a doubt. There is also a message here for you to release something emotionally that is not doing you well. In fact, it's causing you harm. It's probably tied into this thought process emotionally. You need to burn it. If you believe in rituals, ritualistic things, you need to literally burn it. You need to let go in order to move on. You're also being told that there are various emotions going on, various opportunities available to you potentially, and you have a lot of choices, and you're not really sure what you're going to do. What this card is telling you is that you need to be selective here. You need to be careful, because here's the cliches: all that glitters is not gold. Okay, just because something looks good doesn't mean it is good. In this case, with this particular card, you need to go with your gut feeling. You know, in this sort of situation, if you're naturally intuitive anyway, you'll know. Don't second guess yourself. You need to go with your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, it's not going to be right. Okay. The final card I got for you was the Seven of Wands. Now, this is the card I call the card of meditation. Obviously, it's all about your dreams, wands, dreams, passions, motivations. This particular card is actually, yes, telling you to reflect, which is obviously counterproductive to the hibernate. Hibernate first, take a step back, rest your mind. But I think you need to really, if maybe you've lost contact with your intuition and spirituality of late, I think this is a message that you need to reconnect. And the way to reconnect is through meditation. I mean, I sound like a broken record. I know that. I'm aware of that. Don't care. So I hope that means something to you, and that's what I've got. So thank you for your question. I do appreciate it. I mean, the cards were really wanting to come out and speak to you. Hi, House of Cards. Yes, you can. Let's see what Spirit says to you tonight. Oh. Okay, I'm a bit confused with this one. Oh, okay. Right, so House of Cards. My love readings tonight are chargeable, unless it's blatantly a love reading, and this is. And the reason I say that is you've got the Chariot, okay? The Chariot is symbolic of the star sign Cancer, which is all about emotions, relationships. It's also relating to a choice. And there appears to be a choice that you need to make between two energies. One is a water sign, somebody in touch with their intuition, somebody intuitive, somebody spiritual. The other one is passionate, motivated, maybe a bit of a dreamer, okay? There's a choice. This is the choice. This is symbolizing a union, okay? You know, you have the Lover's card. The Lover's card can mean Lover's card, but for me, this card is a love card. This card is a joining of mind, spirit, body. And it suggests to me that you have a choice to make. I don't know what your choice is going to be, but there's two clear choices. They are different. These people, assuming they're people, they may be energies. You have a choice that you have to make, clearly, and one of them is going to bring you love, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying any more than that. That's, yeah. There is a list, Goddess Love. There is. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm a little bit concerned. There's somebody that I'm very close to in the spiritual world, in the real world, but spiritual. And that person's been going through a lot emotionally, and I haven't heard from them today, and I'm a little bit worried. So, what is your mother up to? Okay, let's see. That card, like this card is the third or fourth time it's come out this evening. Yeah, you know, just because it's not there right now doesn't mean that it won't be. Oh, that's interesting. Can I ask you what star sign your mother is? Goddess love. The reason I'm asking that is that it's going to influence what I say to you in relation to what other cards I've got. Gemini. Okay, so it's not then. Okay. No, that's fine. I just wanted to know with regard to this particular card. I'm getting really mixed messages here, Goddess love. Really, really mixed messages. So I'm going to talk you through what I've got. And if anything comes to me, then I'll speak it. And I can't promise I'm going to make any sense because just that, I'm just looking at it and going, what? So I'm going to just talk through it. I was hoping to get something that would clarify it, but I feel like this is a little bit of a, dare I say it, chaotic and complicated situation, okay? Yeah, I'm not getting any more. Right, so here we go. So the first card I got for you was the Chariot. Now, the Chariot in astrology symbolizes Cancer. That's why I asked about what star sign. It can symbolize emotions. It can also symbolize choices to be made. And also it can symbolize a move, a physical move, house move, maybe, all right? The Fool in reverse. Now, if the Fool was this way round, I'd be saying there's a new opportunity coming. There's an adventure. You're going to take a leap of faith. You're going to go forward with innocence. This is the complete opposite. This is almost telling you just hold your counsel, stay put. There's no innocence involved in this situation. This is about what you already know, okay? This is staying put, not doing anything quickly, being measured in what you do and what you say, okay? There is also an element or the feeling of a betrayal here. I don't know who this betrayal is coming from. I don't know if it's happened already, but it was quite the betrayal. A betrayal of trust, if you like, that's caused anxiety. I was going to say anguish, but it's not. It's anxiety. I know they can be seen as the same thing. It's different. There's an anxiety here, and the anxiety is something that can be worked on. Anguish is different. Anguish is something that you have to just run through. Anxiety is something you can work with. Okay. There's also a feeling of being overburdened. Somebody here is feeling overburdened, like they just don't know where to offload, how to offload. And this actually might be the root of the problem. Sometimes when you feel hemmed in, when you feel like you're overburdened, like all avenues are closed off to you, you may have a tendency to lash out. There may be a tendency to lash out and hurt the people closest to you. Okay. I'm not saying this is what's happening. There is definitely somebody is feeling overburdened, and that burden needs to be lightened. It really does. And this may be a case of teamwork. Okay. Ultimately, there's a positive outcome to this, okay? Because there is a celebration, there is a coming together of dreams, of motivations. I think that the message here is that, yes, I think that there's a choice. Do not get caught up in negative chat about somebody in particular, because it may be seen as a betrayal. And sometimes, sometimes you feel like you're drawn into a conversation, like you need to say something to agree with somebody. I think this situation, you need to stand your ground and take the moral high ground, if you like. Don't get drawn into gossip. Don't get drawn into negativity, because it will become a burden to you and it will cause you anxiety. If you're already in that situation, you need to unburden yourself. You need to maybe speak to somebody, be honest, speak your mind, and actually just acknowledge that life happens, things happen. We're human after all, and nobody is perfect. And I think that's the message for you. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all. I saw those cards and I just thought, excuse me, what is that? Okay. So thank you. Thank you for your question. These cards, though. Betrayal is sickening. Yes, it is. But you know what? You have to rise above it, because otherwise there will come to a point where you cannot even acknowledge it anymore, Goddess. You can't, because if you keep acknowledging it and giving it life, it will make you sick. You have to rise above it. You have to transcend. You have to. Don't lower yourself to that level, basically. As hard as it is, sometimes you have to walk away. Sometimes, if you see two paths, one of them is smooth and lovely and paved and just lovely and welcoming. The other one has brambles and tree roots over it. Just because it looks like the tough route, that's the route that you're going to learn the most from. Sometimes you need to walk away. Sometimes you need to walk away and let the universe do its work. At the end of the day, if there's betrayal going on, remember the karma. There's karma. And also remember the law of attraction. What you put into the universe, you will get back. If you put out negativity, what do you think you're going to get back? That's what it's working with. That's very important. So thank you. So, any more questiones? Seriously, people, it's not hard. Look. I got told that I was like the Queen of Swords a couple of times today. Yeah, I am. Listen, just seriously, if you want to know how somebody is feeling about you, ask them. My pleasure, Goddess Love. Thank you for your question. I do love an intelligent, meaningful question. And by the way, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a past lives reading session as well. I have an urge to pull an ancestors card. I don't know why. I don't know who it's for. But it's very strong. What's this message? Who's this message from? Oh, okay. So I don't know who this message is for, but it has to be said. So if it resonates with you, take it, okay? It's the Shapeshifter Ancestor card. Transform and unveil your gifts. This is a message from Spirit to say that if you've been questioning your abilities spiritually, so if you're a spiritual person, but you've been questioning your abilities, you need to trust in them. The Shapeshifter is all about transformation. You have such ability, whoever you are, you have such ability. You need to come out of the shadows, transform, and become the person that you were put on this earth to be. It's time for you to unveil your gifts to the world. Be proud, be strong, unveil them. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And that is very strong. I don't know who it's for. Take it. My goodness, what a message. How long have we been online for, guys? Oh, an hour and a half. Go us. So, Peach, my loyal person, and Luna, so loyal, so loving. Thank you. Thank you so much for your energies. You're invaluable to me. And when I'm a billionaire, like I said, oh yeah, you'll be in my team. You'll be in my team. Paid handsomely, obviously. Boom, 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 shake the room. Not as much as I love you guys, to be fair. Hey, are you both on Instagram? Because if you are, connect with me. Are you both on Facebook? If you are, connect with me. You know, we can always talk outside of this. Yeah, that would be good. So everything is in my bio if you want to find me. And I'm going to log off now. I might even come back on later. I'm feeling really energized at the moment, and I'm feeling like I've got a lot happening spiritually for me. So I'm just going to share it as much as I possibly can while I can. So thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best.